So we're back in Sakura MMO 3 with the extra. And I'm SFX0, BroFive production. And here comes extra. Let's see what's inside. So I guess this is the end. The revenge I've been plotting for hundreds of years fell through, all because of that so-called dog witch and her party. It's so ridiculous I could laugh. How could I let myself be bested so easily? I'm a goddess and I'm stronger than they are, and I know I am, and yet, when I saw my reflection in the mirror, I faltered. I tried to mask what I become with my magic, but my mirror can cleave through all lies and deceptions, even my own. I guess I've been in the underworld for too long. I hardly ever knew who I am anymore. Would anybody believe me if I said I never used to be like this? Yes. All those centuries ago, when I was still a goddess, I was an innocent, naive young woman. I loved the living creatures that roamed Aspen. I loved my husband, Aaron. I loved my cute apprentice, too, Gardenia. I trusted her uncontrollably, but she broke my heart. Although I love my husband dearly, I think I love her too. And then she betrayed me. Her betrayal stung. It twisted my warped me. I became a being unrecognizable even to myself. I turned against my husband. I turned against the whole world. I attempted a coup, and I failed. I was banished to the underworld for my foolishness. And here I stayed for hundreds of years. My flesh melted from my body and my heart ceased to beat. But still I could not die. As a goddess I can never die. I hope to escape from this awful place and remake Aspen as I saw fit. But I was thwarted. Centuries of careful plans were ruined. Now I'm on my own again. I can cloak my hideous face with magic, hiding my true self, but that's nothing more than an illusion. Though I look pretty on the outside, on the inside I'm rotten. And now I'm here decomposing in the bowels of the underworld. Who cares how I look? There's nobody here. I'm all alone. At least I should be, but that gem that upstart Dark Witch gave me. She said I could use it to elevate my loneliness. I examined the gem in my hand, though I'm deep beneath the surface of the earth, crust surrounded by the thick stance of death and decay. This gem hasn't lost its luster. It shines brightly like a star in the sky. Certainly it's imbued with powerful magic. It must be strong to shine so bright down here. It was made by a talented mage. My fingers clamped down around the gem. I shudder. It was made by her. Her magic is similar to mine, for I'm the one who taught her everything she knows. Gardenia. Her name tears my throat like a razor blade. I winch. I told myself I hated her. I vowed I'd never forgive her for what she did, but part of me still yearns for her. I miss those happy days when we would, while away time together, reading books, experimenting with strange potions, and feeding one another's freshly picked fruits. I protected her from the other gods. I taught her all I knew about magic, and she taught me true happiness. I would be a lie if I said I didn't value the time I spent together. I was different back then. Happy. I think she was happy too. But that all changed when I saw her in my husband's arms. Did she mean to betray me? Up until now I never questioned it. It was easier to justify my rage by that way. I painted her as a villain, but was I mistaken? Perhaps she didn't try to take my husband from me after all, but then, if I was wrong, I condemned myself to a lifetime in the underworld for no reason. I never asked her then what happened. I never asked her how she felt. I was so blinded by my hate and rage, I couldn't think straight. All I could do was sit. I thought I hated her. I wanted to hate her, but if I have this gem, if it lets me talk to her, I might as well see what she has to say. I mean, what will I lose now? Everything already been taken away from me. I thought things could be worse than they already are, so why don't I scratch this old wound open? A little self-harm can hardly compare to what the gods have already inflicted upon me. And so, with a faint smile painting my lips, I concentrate upon the gem in my palm. I know how this gem works, though I have never seen it before in my life. I'm Gardenia's mentor, after all. I taught her everything. She owes her magical prowess to me. So, of course, I understand the enchantment blinding this gem. I understand better than anybody. I close my eyes, letting images of Gardenia dance through my head. The times I let her wear my jewelry, the times we sat by the lake watching the white birds skirt across the water, the times we stayed awake until the early hours laughing beneath my covers, telling jokes and silly stories. I remember it all, in such a vivid rush I almost hurts. My head pounds. And then... oh God! A soft gasp falls from my lips. Finally, for the first time in centuries, I can see her. I can feel her. Our minds have merged together perfectly, for we used to be as close can be. I know her almost as well as I know myself. I know the sensation of her fingers tightly gripping my own. I know how soft and silky her hair is. I know the scent of her skin. This really is Gardenia. Iona. Oh, I'm so glad. I've been too long. It really is you. Gardenia sounds possessively overcome with emotion. She sniffles, blinking her eyes damp. Is she going to cry? Silly. I shake my head. You never used to be a crybaby. What's gotten into you? I can't help it. I tried to be strong, but I missed you so much. You missed me. More than anything. But how can that be? You're the one who betrayed me. You seduced my husband. No, that's not it. It isn't true. I wanted to tell you, but I never had the chance. And I was afraid you wouldn't believe me anyway. I was a scared little girl back then. But I'll confess to you now. I'll let you know everything. Everything. That's right. If you really must know, then. Gardenia looks at me from beneath her eyelashes, her expression unusually downcast. This is definitely unusual coming from her. She was always such a bright, cheerful character. But as time passes, I suppose we all change. Aaron. He was the one who kept pursuing me. No. I choke on my hair, my throat closes up, all of a sudden it's hard to breathe. Not that I truly needed to breathe for the last few centuries. It wasn't a goddess, I'd be dead now. Part of me already is. That's not possible. But it is. That's what happened, Iona. I promise you. I loved you a lot. You took me in and you took care of me. You showed me how to use my magic and you helped me grow strong. Whenever I had my worries, you were there to comfort me. You were the best mentor I could have hoped for. I really did love you. You loved me. Yes, I still do. I never would have hurt you like that, but Aaron insisted. Whenever we were alone together, he would sit a little closer to comfort and whisper all sorts of things in my ear. I thought about telling you, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings. I know how much you loved him. I tried to deal with it the best I could. I pushed him away time and time again until that day when I found you. That's right. You saw us together, and it broke your heart. I felt so guilty. I just wanted to throw my arms around you and apologize, but I was afraid that it would make things worse. You were upset, and I was paralyzed by fright. I didn't want to be killed by the woman I loved. I searched Gardenia's fate, desperate to find a trace of a lie, but I can't. She looks earnest. She sounds earnest too. I can feel the warmth of her body against mine. Her heart beats beneath her chest as it has for centuries. I haven't seen her in so long, but you still love me. More than anything. But you sent those girls to kill me. No, Iona, that isn't true. I knew they would never be able to truly kill you. You're a goddess, after all. The goddess can't die. But I did what I want them to stop you. I wouldn't sit around and let the woman I care about into a monster. I love you, you see. I always loved you. And that's why I had to stop you before you passed the point of no return. I was only trying to save Aspa. I wanted to save you too. I've been devoted to you for my whole life. Then why didn't you try to find me yourself? If those girls were able to enter the underworld, you could have. I know, but I think I must have been be a coward because Gardenia bites her lower lip. In the end, I was still scared. Scared of what I'd become after all these years. No, not that. I was scared of that you wouldn't listen to me. I thought you'd kill me if I dared to show my face to you. And I admit, I was right. Well, I want to deny the accusation. I'm not a mindless monster, even if I am the goddess of the underworld. But I know Gardenia is right. I've been so consumed with hatred and revenge I would have obliterated her on the spot. I never would have listened to her. That's where all these problems started. If only I'd listened. But it's too late for regrets now. Don't look so sad, stupid. You should be celebrating. In the end, you won. You defeated me. That dark witch exposed me for what I really am. A failure. No, you're not. Gardenia stares at me, her eyes imploring, and pushed her chest against my own. No matter what you say, Iona, I still love you. I always love you. And that's why, if you want, I spend the rest of my life with you. You mean you... I blink at her, all of a sudden my throat feels dry. You come and keep me company. In the underworld. That's right. But you're not a goddess like me. You're not immortal. If you spend too long in the underworld, you die. So you care about me that much, huh? I'm glad. I was afraid you still hated me. But don't worry, Iona. I'm tougher than you think. And if you give me some of your magic, I should be fine. If we do that, we can be together. That's all I ever wanted. I know I play the fool a lot, and I do some wild things, but that was because my life felt hollow without you. I just trying to fill a void, but I don't need to do that anymore. There's nobody more important to me than you. Oh, Gardenia, my cute apprentice. Now I see I made a terrible mistake. I sigh. But that my life is in a nutshell, isn't it? I've done many things I'm not proud of, but if you can accept me despite my ugly I am inside and out, then you must be some kind of saint. Well, I'm no saint. I'm far from it, in fact. I've done a lot of shady stuff in my life, but it was all because of you. In the end, no matter what happened. Gardenia smiles at me fondly, her cheeks flush. I'm just a dumb girl who never got over the first crush. Even if your crush tried to doom the world. Even so, it doesn't matter to me. The only thing that matters is you. And with that, Gardenia presses her lips against mine in a soft, gentle kiss. It's a kiss of forgiveness, rebirth, and second chances. My heart may have been broken once, and it led me to perform a series of terrible acts, but if I'm with Gardenia, maybe I'll finally be able to heal. I can be happy. Then, I won't have to keep cursing the world, as we will finally be at peace. So that was the extras. It's good I actually made that. It gives a little more closure. I have read and seen enough stories that doesn't have a closure, and it's good to know that there is a good closure. I wonder what will happen with Fiona and Neve, but Neve, she will probably travel the world and find other happiness. And Fiona, I guess she will go and find her sister and try to live an honest life with both of them. So that's all I had for Sakura MMO 3 Forever. So hit like and subscribe, and I see you next time in something else. BroFive!